Hey everyone, welcome back to another fan fiction. I wanted to remind you that I am currently doing a giveaway. If you would like to join for the chance to win a $20 gift card of your choice, please check out the video I made for that giveaway, as I will be ending it very soon. And without further delay, let's get on with today's fan fiction. For today's fan fiction, we will be discussing an event that would change the Star Wars galaxy forever. What if Darth Vader never burned on Mustafar? After Darth Vader was defeated by Obi-Wan Kenobi on the volcanic planet of Mustafar, his abilities in the Force were significantly diminished. George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars himself, even said that after this, Vader's power was only 80% of the Emperor's full power. If he would not have been burned, I believe that his power could have increased to at least double of Palpatine's full power. Today, we will be discussing the events leading up to Darth Vader reaching his full dark side potential. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. Vader jumps onto land in front of Obi-Wan to continue their duel. Suddenly, he force chokes Kenobi, destroys his lightsaber, and then thrusts his saber into Obi-Wan's chest, claiming victory for his new empire. Lord Vader, what has occurred on Mustafar? My old master tried to confront me. He has been dealt with. Good, I can sense your powers are increasing. Now you will meet me on my Star Destroyer and we will discuss our plans for the Empire. Yes, my master. Now, after completing his master's bidding, Vader would travel to the Coruscant system to meet his master. Palpatine would order Vader to continue his search for more surviving Jedi throughout the galaxy until all of the Jedi were dead. Unknown to Vader, Padme had survived and was still on Mustafar until she called for help from Yoda. After being rescued, Padme and her children would go to Dagobah with Yoda. With Padme's permission, the two very young Skywalker children would now be trained by Yoda. Padme would then leave and attend to her own business with the rebellion and Bail Organa. Vader has now become very powerful. He has destroyed almost every single Jedi in the galaxy, and he now rivals the power of his master, the Emperor. But in order to defeat his master, Vader would need to wait a little longer in order to soak up all of the knowledge and skills he could learn from Palpatine, before eventually killing him. So Vader would stay patient until the time was right to betray his master. Over the next several years, Yoda would pour all of his knowledge and influence into Luke and Leia. They would become very powerful Jedi. But there was something different about Leia. She always picked up on things faster than Luke. It seemed as if her connection to the Force was almost an exact replication of her father's. Leia would always beat her brother in practice and in challenges. Luke began to feel like an outcast, so he continued to train hard and practiced even more. Beyond Yoda's training with him and his sister, Luke would also receive help from Obi-Wan's ghosts in secret. Obi-Wan believed in Luke and that he would eventually rival his sister. Darth Vader was now becoming impatient. He was longing for the day that he would destroy his master and become the most ruthless leader the galaxy had ever seen. In order to continue his knowledge and skills in the Force, Vader would need to pour all of his time and energy into making himself ready to destroy his master. In order to do this, he would need to have his own apprentice in secret so that the apprentice could carry out all of Vader's missions that Palpatine required of him. Leia was becoming very strong, but much like her father before her, very impulsive and reckless at times. This is where Luke could rival her, by staying calm and collected. He could use her emotions against her. After succeeding, Yoda would need to have a talk with Leia.
You must stay calm.
How can I? He beat me. I have to try harder next time.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
With this advice, Leia begins to be calm, just as her brother was. But he was nowhere to be found. Luke was talking to Obi-Wan again. You have done well. Thank you for all your advice you have given me. Without it, I may have failed Yoda as well as myself. If you continue on this path, you will become a great Jedi. Luke and Leia would continue to train hard, but the dark side would constantly call to Leia, just as her father was called to the dark side after avenging his mother on Tatooine. Vader now knew he would need to recruit his new apprentice. He would focus all of his energy into searching and sensing any Force sensitives. Unfortunately for Luke and Leia, Vader would be able to sense their presence in the Force. Both Yoda and Obi-Wan knew it was now time for the two Skywalker children to take on their first mission with the rebellion and their mother.
The time it is for you to join the rebellion as Jedi. Complete your training is.
Thank you, Master Yoda. We are very grateful for all you have done for us. Luke and Leia would travel to Yavin 4 where they would meet all of the rebel leaders, including Mon Mothma, Bail Organa, their mother, and many others we saw in the main Star Wars timeline. Darth Vader is now preparing for his great plan. He can sense Luke and Leia. He knows they exist. He will bait the rebellion by providing a hard challenge for them. Vader would do this by sending the Grand Inquisitor to complete his imminent attack on the rebellion. Luke and Leia's first mission as Jedi would be to complete a successful raid on Imperial supplies in the Sullust system. Leia is very feisty and angry. She wants to make the Empire pay for what they have done to the galaxy. Luke, on the other hand, is calm and collected. He is not fueled by anger like his sister. This will prove dangerous for the two Skywalker children. Unfortunately for the rebels, Vader already knew they were coming due to the secret spies he had let into the rebellion. He would immediately send the Grand Inquisitor and a slurry of Imperial troops to infiltrate the rebel insurgency. Their plan would be to destroy the surrounding rebel cruisers and then board the main ship, allowing the Grand Inquisitor to fight and then capture the Skywalker twins. The rebels would prepare their attack, but after jumping out of hyperspace, they would be ambushed by the Grand Inquisitor, just as Vader had planned. The Imperial troops would attack swiftly, destroying almost every secondary rebel vessel. The Grand Inquisitor and several dozen stormtroopers would board the main rebel vessel, which of course held Luke and Leia. Luke and Leia, of all the rebel officers, would be very surprised as soon as the Grand Inquisitor and his legion of stormtroopers boarded their ship. The two Jedi would prepare to fight the troopers as soon as they entered the ship. As soon as the troopers enter the ship, they start blasting immediately. Immediately, rebel troopers attack. The two sides are evenly matched. All of a sudden, Luke and Leia enter the room, blocking everything with their blue and green sabers. The two begin to destroy every single stormtrooper that stands in their way. Then Leia sees multiple rebel soldiers shot by a single trooper. She begins to get extremely angry and force chokes the trooper. Luke warns her against using her emotions in anger, but she does not listen. Leia begins to lose her temper and continues using the dark side to kill everyone in her way. She continues to let her anger, fear, and aggression fuel her power. Suddenly, after many have been killed, the Grand Inquisitor enters the rebel vessel. This is exactly what Vader had planned. He knew one of the twins could not resist the temptations of the dark side, so he ordered the Inquisitor to wait until one of them had completely let the dark side cloud their thoughts. Now it was time to engage and capture one of the twins. These were Vader's instructions. Luke and Leia could have easily taken the Grand Inquisitor if they worked together, but now that Leia was fueled by the dark side and her emotions, she started to become reckless, putting Luke and herself in danger. Eventually, the Inquisitor disarmed Leia and knocked Luke out. Then he would take Leia as prisoner and bring her back to Vader at his castle on Mustafar. And that is the end to our fan fiction today, ladies and gentlemen. There will definitely be a part 2 at some point, as I left the story on a huge cliffhanger. And once again, I want to thank everyone who took the time to watch this video. And also, if you haven't done so, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, as my 100 subscriber giveaway is still open. But it will be closing today, the day I release this video. Even though I'm past 200 subscribers, it will close tomorrow. So be sure to enter, and again, thank you guys so much, and as always,